Henry Cavill fired as Superman. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how Henry Cavill was fired as Superman. Let's get right into it. Henry Cavill has been fired as Superman just days after Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman 3 was axed as part of a massive shakeup at Warner Bros. DC Films. The British actor was most recently seen as Superman at the end of Warner Bros. Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, teasing a fight between Superman and Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. This occurred just days before the appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran as the new heads of DC Films. Cavill took to Instagram to reveal the news to his 23.4 million followers that he will not be back as the Man of Steel on the big screen. Cavill said, "I've just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will after all not be returning as Superman," he then said. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, "This news isn't the easiest, but that's life," he then said. "The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build," he then said. "I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and happiest of fortunes." The actor went on to address those who have been by my side through the years, adding, "We could mourn for a bit," before addressing the future of the franchise. He then said, "But then we must remember, Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there." Cavill concluded by saying, "My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards." Shortly after Cavill's Instagram statement, DC Films president James Gunn took to Twitter to discuss the future of the beloved Superman character. Gunn said, "Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year." He then clarified, "Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill." He added, "But we just had a great meeting with Henry and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future." Gunn also answered a few questions from fans in the replies of his Twitter thread, revealing he's writing the new Superman film but won't direct. In response to a fan who asked if he's writing or directing the Superman project, he said, "I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who's directing yet." Another fan asked if it would be another origin movie like 2013's Man of Steel, to which Gunn replied, "No way." Another curious fan inquired whether Ben Affleck could direct the Superman project, with Gunn indicating that Affleck is interested in directing a DC superhero film. However, it is unclear which one. Gunn said, "Met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project." Meanwhile, some believe Henry Cavill's departure from his DCU Superman role is the ideal opportunity for him to make his MCU debut as a multiversal hero. Despite its excellent casting, comic-accurate costume designs, and intriguing stories, Warner Bros. DCEU will undergo a major reboot under the direction of James Gunn and Peter Safran. As a result, Superman actor Henry Cavill will no longer play the character in future DC films. While this is unfortunate for the DC universe, it does mean that Cavill will be free to pursue other roles in other franchises. The future Warhammer 40k project for Henry Cavill marks the beginning of a new era in his Hollywood career, but it may not be the only major IP the former Superman actor can join. Actors like Idris Elba, J.K. Simmons, William Dafoe, and Michael Keaton have seamlessly transitioned between MCU and DCU films, and Henry Cavill could do the same. In fact, there's one specific Marvel character with plenty of potential for the MCU that suits Henry Cavill's talents: Captain Britain. With Brian Braddock, aka Captain Britain, a powerful hero with ties to Marvel magic and the multiverse, the MCU can make the most of Henry Cavill's charisma, acting skills, and physicality. Captain Britain, as a strong, fast, and flying superhero who constantly saves the Earth, could put Henry Cavill's underutilized Superman potential to good use in a fully established cinematic universe. Captain Britain, on the other hand, can open up new creative avenues for Cavill's performance beyond Superman's idealistic personality, as Brian Braddock is a more troubled, reluctant superhero whose powers rely on his self-confidence. Henry Cavill has already played characters who, in some ways, resemble Captain Britain, such as the arrogant but honourable Charles Brandon in The Tudors, the noble warrior Theseus in Immortals, and the suave agent Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Furthermore, Henry Cavill's two most famous characters, the DC Universe's Superman and The Witcher's Geralt of Rivia, can be perfectly combined into Captain Britain. In fact, Henry Cavill is such a good fit for Brian Braddock that he has expressed interest in playing Captain Britain himself. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.